Hi, guys. Excuse me, morning look again. I'm sorry. But you know what? I just wanted to come on and share something that has literally caused me to believe in something I never believed in before. I've been around for a very long time, turned 74 in May. And I've shared this a little bit, but I've been on a journey to reevaluate Earth and my existence here. Because one of the things that caused me to go on this journey is getting filled and then feeling empty. And I know everybody on this planet, everybody has to be going through the same thing. I am not unique. And I believe something very powerful that God kind of shared with me this morning that I didn't even realize it because I had been on the journey for about 3 to 4 years, turning off a lot of noise, which you can't help but get a lot of noise on this earth. There's nothing wrong with noise, but it can also be a distraction from what we were created to be and who we are. And so I just on purpose turned off the noise. I really did. And I spent that time really addressing the woman within, the human within, that set me on a quest to look up biblical writings about when Jesus was on this earth and how he was never different. He was always the same. And one of the biggest things about Jesus, he never brought the attention to himself. He brought the attention to the Creator. And I thought, okay, so if God made man in his own image, that what we need and what we desire has to be in the same level of the Creator. And when you think about Earth is a physical realm filled with spiritual people that are searching to fulfill a spiritual need on a physical earth. And God said to the woman at the well, she says, what can I do for you? He says, can I have a cup of water? And she said, sure. And he says, who are you? And she says, well, I have ever living water that you can be filled and never thirst again. And it just hit me that God don't play. He has his little secrets, but we don't understand it until we realize this earth is not a copy of God anymore. It's fallen. That we have to continually put food in our mouths or we're going to die. We have to literally drink water, earthly water, and we're going to die. But our real creation was in the image of a God that doesn't need anything because he in himself is a living being. And believe it or not, so are you. And if you fill yourself with a knowledge of knowing you're already complete and any goals you have is to help others and glorify God and just be an impact on this planet, but not to satisfy you, because things on earth cannot satisfy. They have to be refilled. Everything. There's nothing on this planet that does not have to be refed. If you don't refeed anything on this planet, I mean anything, it's got to be fed from somewhere. There are trees that are 13 years old, but they were fed from underground revenues of water. There is nothing that exists in you that will last outside of walking in who you really are, which is the Creator. You're a copy of the Creator. And so you got to get filled with him, and your true identity and your position on the planet will never be hungry. So it's a constant awareness of where you're drinking from. And a lot of times in my lifetime, well, if I just get this amount of money, or if I could just meet this guy, or if I could just lose this weight, or if I could just, all the things that we feel that are going to give us lasting joy. And then we go after 6 months to a year, like, what's next? the excitement of that has ran dry. Think about it. We'll talk about it some other time, okay? Have a good day.